Yo, what is going on, guys? It's the DFS Shark, and we are back with another day of some NBA action. We got a smaller slate today, but I'm looking to diving in and talking about today's and going over my top plays of the day. Before we get started, if you are new to PrizePicks, if you've never played PrizePicks before, there is a code below. Drop that code in when you sign up, and they're going to give you up to 100% match deposit bonus. So you throw in 50, they give you 50, throw in 100, they give you 100. Take advantage of that free money, take advantage of that house money, and let's get these wins. So with that said, down below now is a code to join the Discord. The plays I'm about to go over in this video here, I've sent them out to the Discord this morning. It takes me time to upload these videos and everything like that. So sometimes by the time y'all see this video, the lines are completely gone. Join that Discord. It's absolutely free. I'm sharing all of my plays, all of my top 5 plays every day in there. So you get them the second I put them in. So you're not going to miss lines often, right? It may happen every now and then, but most likely it's not. There's a good chance though, when you see this video, a lot of these lines are probably gone because like I said, I play heavy juiced lines a lot. In yesterday's video, I was sharing my appreciation for y'all for hitting 200 subscribers. Well, yesterday we hit 300. So appreciate y'all again. Let's keep rocking and rolling. But let's get into the recap of yesterday's plays here. So I'm always going to be 100% transparent and honest when it comes to wins and losses, right? I got nothing to hide. I'm putting my own money on this. So if I'm losing, then I'm losing, and I'm not scared to show it, So we went, basically looks like we went 2-2 here yesterday. Jason Tatum didn't end up playing. Ended up being a scratch well before game time. So ended up being a losing day for us. But last week we absolutely crushed it. This week we're starting off on a losing day, but we are looking to keep it rolling today. I think last week we went 6-1 on all our plays for the week, profit in 6 out of 7 days. So it was only a matter of time, before that loss had to come. But that's the thing with PrizePicks, if anybody tells you they're winning 100% of the time, they're lying. They're flat out lying, right? So with PrizePicks, you're going to have your good days. You're going to have your bad days. And especially if you're playing 5 and 6X lines, you're going to have a lot more losing days. But when you win, it's going to make up for those days because you're 10X, 25X in your money, right? So you could lose another 20 probably and still be in the green. So always keep that in mind when it comes to PrizePicks. You're going to have a lot more losing days than winning if you're playing a certain type of way. And that's okay, because in the long run, if you're hitting consistent plays, you're going to be profitable. But I digress. Let's jump into yesterday's line. So you can see my top play of the day, Jabari Smith, did not hit yesterday on the steals over. He got the minutes, so everything happened that I wanted. Tari Easton was out, Brooks was out, so he got his minutes. He just couldn't make it happen with the steal, right? And that's the way it rolls sometimes when you get those steals over. You just need one steal. Sometimes it's rough watching. You have to wait through it and see, is he going to get that steal or not? But he didn't end up getting it. Our next play, Jordan Poole, he went over in the assist early as soon as the third quarter started. So that was a pretty easy cash in our last 2. So yesterday I predicted a blowout on the Bucks and Jazz. I just didn't expect the Jazz to be blowing out the Bucks. At halftime, it was a 30-point game by the Jazz. So I didn't know what was going on, right? But I knew that we weren't in really good shape for these two. Giannis, it still ended up hitting, but Middleton ended up hitting like 2 free throws with like 2 minutes left. So that killed it. If it wasn't for that, we would have cashed and went 3 for 4. But that's the way it rolls sometimes, The NBA is unpredictable. The Bucks they should have blown out the Jazz. They end up losing by, I don't remember how much they lost by, but they were losing by 30 at the half. So it's crazy, the ups and downs of the NBA's. And some teams are just hot some nights. Some teams just got it. Some teams don't. But with that said, I want to jump into today's plays. So let's get into that. All right, so jumping in here, we're taking a look at DGF. Let's see what they have to offer. So if we filter in by our odds to hit, we got one of our top plays, Emmanuel Quickly, on the rebounds over 3.5. One of my plays is actually on Emmanuel Quickly. It is not the rebounds, but I do have a good line on him that I'm going to go over at the end of this video. But if you're using DGF, you're not familiar with DGF, it basically pulls the top positive EV plus plays, where all the books makers on. You can see FanDuel is a -150 on this. BetMGM -140. Those are the sides you want to be on. If you have absolutely no idea what you're doing, how to look at stats on games, how to dig deep, this is a good place to start to get a baseline of plays, and you can dive deep into what you're looking for, right? That's how I started. And then I started developing my own system. I built basically I guess you can call it an algorithm or formula that helps me kind of pick out these values when I see them. And that's what I do every morning. I go over my plays on here. Usually takes me an hour, 2 hours before I even make this video, because like I said, I'm putting my own money on these games. And so I don't want to lose. You know, I want to be profitable. I want to win. That's what I do. You know, I'm betting these games, so I'm making sure I'm trying to find the edge in whichever way I can. So DGF, use the code SHARK if you have not used it before, if you want to try it out and see if it's for you. But let's dive in to what y'all came here for, right? Let's get into our top 2 plays of the day. Let me just pull it up here. Okay, so we got, for our second play of the day, it's going to be my number 2 play of the day. We're going to be going Jaden Ivey here. We're going to be going over a steal. So as y'all know, I like these contrarian lines, steals, blocks, turnovers, and today it's no different. We are going more than a steal. And the thing I like about Ivey here is, if you look at his last 5, it's not painting the whole picture. Cade Cunningham is going to be out for tonight's game. So that means Ivey is going to get a lot more playing time. He's usually around, let's dive into his numbers here so I can show you more about this, right? And first, before you get into that, let's see, the Pistons here, they are heavy underdogs at home. Plus 11.5, they're always underdogs. That's no surprise, but plus 11.5. So I'm hoping they can stay competitive with the Kings in this one. But let's dive into Ivey here, right? So his steals, we just looked in whole at his 2023 season. He's hitting at 56% rate on his overs on the steals, right? So that's a good number. All of last year, he hit 55%. His last 20, his last 5, he has not been doing well. But the thing to keep into account here is, like I said, Cade Cunningham is out for this game. So his minutes here, he's usually at 28.8 over his last, this is his last 10 here, 28.8. I expect him to be 30 plus points tonight. And what that means is basically, if you're playing more minutes, you're going to have more opportunities. And so a lot of my plays is banked into that. I'm looking for more opportunities. Who's going to get more minutes on certain nights? And Ivey is a great example of that, with Cade Cunningham being out this game. He's going to be on the court a lot more. So here's a pretty cool stat here. It says Jaden Ivey has exceeded 0.5 steals in 11 of his last 13 games at home. So he's averaging 1.3 steals per game at home on average. So he gets in there, he gets those steals. So I like this play a lot, and I'm going to get into DGF on my top 2 plays, on why these are heavy juice plays as well, and why another reason why I like them so much. But we'll do that after we go over our next play. And just to take a look at RotoWire, they actually have him projected for 0.9 steals. So they have him over the 0.5 getting a steal as well. So I'm liking this one, Ivey, as my second top play of the day. And for my top play of the day, I'm liking this one a lot. So there's a couple of different factors to consider in this game. We got Cam Reddish here. We're going more than 6.5 points, right? And let's take a look into why I'm liking this play. So first of all, the injuries, right? Anthony Davis, his minutes may or may not affect Reddish as much. He's probable for tonight, so he's probably going to play. LeBron James is questionable at the moment. Right after I make this video, they're probably going to say he's going to play. But I'm playing this play as if LeBron James is playing already. Just because Cam Reddish, man, I like him this season. If you can see here, over 6.5 points, he's hitting at 63% for the season, right? His last 5, his last 10, he has not done that well. 40 and 50%. Well, last 10, 50% is not the worst, but 63% for the season. I'm making this play banked on the fact that LeBron James does play. LeBron James is pretty much questionable right now. Like I said, looks like a left ankle. Looks like he's having some ankle. So even if he does play, he is not going to be at 100%, which could cause him to play less minutes, maybe, or he could end up re-hurting his ankle. You know, those are a lot of different possibilities that could happen with LeBron. And so Cam Reddish is going to get increased minutes. You can see here, 2023 in general, he's been averaging about 24.8 rebounds. And let's take a couple of looks at games where LeBron James didn't play, right? Keep in mind that he's at about 24.8 minutes. So for this season, he's played 3 games without LeBron James. So this is if LeBron James doesn't play, right? And he's gone for 18, 10, and 8. So he's gone over every game. He's played 37, 24, and 36 minutes. So you can see how much of a bump up he gets if LeBron James doesn't play. But also, even if LeBron plays, I'm liking Cam Reddish to go over this. It's just a huge bonus if LeBron doesn't end up playing, or if he's not 100%, maybe they're limiting his minutes a little bit. Possibly it's LeBron James, so that's probably not going to happen. But I'm liking Cam Reddish, man. I'm liking here. I think he can get this. He has a lot of upside. I mean, he put up 18 here. That's obviously that's without LeBron, but he has upside, and I like his game. And the spread here is a -4.5 or -4, so it's going to be a close played game as well. So Cam Reddish over 6.5 points. I'm liking it. Let's see what DGF has to say about both of these plays here. Let's go to Ivy first, our second play. All right, Peter's going a little slow here, so bear with me. We got Ivy, more than a steal, and it looks like the line may have gone away. I still saw it on PrizePicks, so DGF doesn't have it on here at the moment, which means PrizePicks possibly could have taken it away, which is why it's super important to get in that Discord if you're not in here. If you don't see the line, most likely it's gone away. Join that Discord. I sent it out this morning. So that's one thing to be concerned about. But Jaden Ivey, when I put it in on DGF, he was probably 52 to 53%. And all the books had a -140 and up. Pretty much. A couple maybe -135, but super high juice play on Ivy here. So Cam Reddish, we'll look at his points over right here. You can see 53.25%. So you're getting that 3.25% edge on PrizePicks here, which is huge, right? You have some of the books at DraftKings -130, BetMGM -135, Caesars -137, Flip -145. So those are really good odds. You want to be on that side every single time. And let's get into my next 3 plays. If you want to bundle these up, I do a combination to where if my top 2 plays hit, I'm cashing every night. And then sometimes if my top 2 hit and I still go 3 out of 5 on my 5-man line, I'm still cashing either way. So I can get into that in another video, my strategy and how I break up my bankroll each night, how I split that up. But let's get into our next plays of the day here. So we're going Anthony Davis. We're going back to the Lakers game, and we're going less than 2.5 block shots here. I'm liking this play. He's been going under this number a good amount this season. I cannot remember the exact number, but like I said, I don't dive too deep into these other plays just because I want to get this video out to y'all. But just know full research, just like the top 2 went into these plays as well. And Quickly is another guy I like a lot on the more than 4.5 assists. So his minutes have been cranking up lately. And as a result of that, his last 3, he is steady starting to, as his minutes rise, he's just probably going to get more assists. And that's just the way it works in the NBA. If you get more minutes, you're going to get more opportunities. You're going to play. You're going to get more assists, more points, rebounds. That's just the way it falls. And Quickly's playing time, his minute is increasing lately. So that's something to keep an eye on. I'm liking that play. And then Hardenstein is another guy I'm liking a lot here. Big man here in the paint. But we're going to be going actually on an under. And a big reason for this is I like targeting games where there's blowout potential. Just like this one, they are a -12. So blowout potential on the Knicks, under 11.5 rebounds, right? So my thought basis behind this is also a heavy juice line is if the game flows how it's supposed to, they're going to be blowing the Blazers out. In the fourth quarter, most likely they're going to pull their starters early, causing less minutes, giving him less opportunities to get those rebounds. So even when he's playing full minutes, he has not been hitting that line too often. He's had a couple of crazy games where he's had like 20 rebounds, which could happen still, but normally he's right around that probably 7 to 11 mark. So I'm liking this play on Hartenstein. I'm going under here less. So to top it off, we're going Jaden Ivey more than half a steal. Cam Reddish more than 6.5 points. Anthony Davis less than 2.5 block shots. Emmanuel Quickly more than 4.5 assists. And Hartenstein less than 11.5 rebounds. And that's going to be our top 5 for the day. That's what I'm going to be rolling with. Also, keep in mind, it is Taco Tuesday. So there's going to be 3 to 4 discounted lines today. And my strategy with these tacos is usually I'm bundling it up with every play. So that first taco comes out, if that if that Cam Reddish line's still there, I'm going to pair those up 1-and-1 with each other. That next taco comes out, I'm going to pair up Jaden Ivey, my number 2 play with that taco. If it's still there, a lot of times I'm not able to get the same line because it's already changed, but that's usually my strategy for the tacos. Or if you want to wait and throw a taco into a 5 or a 6 man, that's also a great strategy because the tacos, I believe, are hitting at about all of last year, they hit at about a 78 to 80% win rate. So you cannot beat those odds, right? You cannot beat those odds. So Taco Tuesday, take advantage of that. Every Tuesday is when I crush it. Those are my best days every single week. The tacos always hit, and I always bundle them up with my top plays. So take advantage of that. That's going to be it for our PrizePicks play today. Boom. And there you guys have it. That's going to be my PrizePicks play for the day. We're looking for a rebound game coming off last night's loss on the lines. Like I said before, down below, join that DFS Shark Tank Discord. It's going off in there. Everyone was posting their wins. We had a couple of people have some pretty big days. They crushed it yesterday. So, even if you're not following along my plays, get some insight on what others are playing and kind of see what works for you. Take a combination of different people's plays and throw it into your own line. But absolutely free. Join that Shark Tank. Get in there, introduce yourself. Let us know about you if you want to. But that's how it's going to be rolling today, man. Like I said, thank y'all for the support. 300 subscribers in less than a month. So we are growing quick, and I'm going to keep getting the best videos out there that I can for y'all, bringing the most value I can for y'all. And we're going to absolutely crush it together on PrizePicks. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hope y'all enjoy our day. Take care.